today's video. Today I'm planning on sorting some magic cards and reading them off for you guys. So just a casual video about that. I have quite the big stack here of cards, and I don't plan on sorting them all today, but I have quite a stack for future videos, especially when you read them off. It takes a while, but let's start at the top. And when I sort these cards, I often sort them in colors. Sort them in lands. Like this is a basic land. And I also sort these kind of tokens in a separate pile. These tokens are often created from or created by other cards. So they are not in itself a card, but more of a representation of stuff other cards can create, like human soldier. There are cards that create human soldiers. So I think we should get started. The first card we have is called Plummet. It costs 1 and a green. An instant, and it says destroy target creature with flying. It's a green card, so we put it over there. Next card we have is Ominous Seas. It costs 1 and a blue. It's an enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, put a foreshadow counter on Ominous Seas. Remove 8 foreshadow counters from our Ominous Seas. Create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token. Cycling 2. For 2 mana, discard this card and draw a card. And it's a blue card, so we put it over there. Next card we have is a Glowstone Recluse. It costs 2 and a green. It's a creature spider. It has mutate for 3 and a green. If you cast this spell for its mutated cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Reach. Whenever this creature mutates, put 2 1/1/1 counters on it. Next up we have Reptilian Reflection, and it costs 2 and a red. It's an enchantment. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have Reptilian Reflection become a 5/4 dinosaur creature with trample and haste, in addition to its other types until end of turn. Next up we have a card called Burn Bright, and it costs 2 and a red mana. It's an instant. creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Next up we have a card called Weaponize the Monsters, and it costs a single red. It's an enchantment. Pay 2, sacrifice a creature. Weaponize the monsters, deals 2 damage to any target. Next up is Mana Sky Dancer. It costs 2 and a black. It's a creature, human rogue. It has flash and flying. When Nimana Sky Dancer enters the battlefield, target opponent mills 2 cards. They put the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. That's what a mill is, when you put the top of your cards on the deck in the graveyard. Migratory Greathorn costs 3 and a green. Creature beast. It has mutate for 2 and a green. And it says, whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Divine Arrow. It costs 1 and a white. It's an instant. Divine Arrow deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Go for blood. 1 and a red. It's a sorcery. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. It has cycling 1. Lurking Deadeye for 3 and a black. It's a creature, human assassin. It has flash. When lurking Deadeye enters the battlefield, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. And it's a 4/2. Blade Banish costs 3 and a white. It's an instant. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. And here we have a token. Human Soldier. Token creature. Human Soldier. It's a 1/1. And here we have a basic land, a mountain. Gnarlid Colony for 1 and a green. It's a creature beast. It has kicker 2 and a green. You may pay an additional 2 and a green as you cast this spell. If Gnarlid Colony was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. on it has trample. Cavern Whisperer for 4 and a black. It has mutate. It's a creature nightmare. It has mutate for 3 and a black. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Whenever this card mutates, each opponent discards a card. And discards is when an opponent takes one of the cards from their hand and put it in the graveyard. And it's a 4/4. Tuck Rubble Fort for 2 and a red. It's a creature wall. It has Defender Reach. Creatures you control have haste. And it's a 0/3. Defender means that the creature can't attack. And Reach means that this creature can block other creatures that have flying. That part is kinda logical, since it can reach the flying creatures. Canopy Baloth for 3 and a green. It's a creature beast. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Canopy Baloth gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And it's a 4/3. Imposing Phantasar for 5 and a white. It's a creature dinosaur. It has vigilance and cycling 1. And it's a 3/6. Vigilance in Magic means that when you attack with creatures that doesn't have vigilance, you need to tap them like this. You tap them to the side. But vigilance creatures doesn't have to tap when they attack. And why that is good is if you attack and your creature are tapped, this creature can't block. It can't block when the opponent attacks with their creatures. So vigilance makes the card be able to both attack and then defend from the opponent attack. So it can be useful in some cases. Brushfire Elemental for a red and a green is a creature elemental. It has haste. Brushfire Elemental can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Brushfire Elemental gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And this card is golden since it has 2 different colors in its mana costs. So I often put the golden cards in a specific pile. Can put them over there. Yeah, and it's a 1/1. Next up we have Blazing It's a sorcery. Blazing Volley deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Thwart the enemy for 2 and a green. It's an instant. Prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn by creatures your opponent controls. Or your opponent, yeah. Checkpoint Officer. Checkpoint Officer. For 1 and a white. Creature Human Soldier. For 1 and a white and tap. You tap target creature. And it's a 1/2. Deadweight. For 1 black mana. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Forbidden Friendship. For 1 and a red. It's a sorcery. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Like this one. This card creates a human soldier token. Draineth Healer for 1 and a white. Creature Human Cleric. Whenever you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Cycling 1. And it's a 2/2. Lava Serpent for 5 and a red. Creature Elemental Serpent. It has haste and cycling 2. And it's a 5/5. Facet Reader. I actually don't know how you say this first word. For 1 and a blue. It's a creature human wizard. For 1 mana and tap this. Draw a card, then discard a card. And here we have a token creature. An angel warrior with flying. And it's a 4/4. Garrick's Gorehorn for 4 and a green is a creature beast. And it's a 7/3. Survivor's Bond for 1 and a green. Sorcery. Choose 1 or both. Return target human creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target non-human creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Tentative Connection for 3 and a red. Sorcery. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with menace. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. turn. Day Squad Marshal. 4/3 and a white. Creature, human soldier. When the A Squad Marshal enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Akum Warrior. 4/5 and a red. It's a creature, Minotaur Warrior. It has trample. It's a 4/5. And this card actually have another side to it. So you can play either side, depends on what you want. So if you want a creature, you play Akum Warrior. Or if you need a land, you play Akum Teeth. It's a land. Akum Teeth enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 red mana. Adventurous Impulse for 1 green mana. Sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Prickly Marmoset for 2 and a red. It's a creature monkey. It has first strike. Whenever you cycle a card, Prickly Marmoset gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Rugged Highlands. It's a land. Rugged Highlands enters the battlefield tapped. When Rugged Highlands enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Tap, add 1 red or a green mana. And here we have Chilling Trap for 1 blue mana. It's an instant. Target creature gets -4 until end of turn. If you control a wizard, draw a card. And here comes a card we already read. So I'm actually going to stop this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's great to just sit and read these cards and look at art, because I am a Magic player, but when you play like I do, you don't really notice the art, and you don't often read all kinds of cards. There are only specific cards you know very well, because people only play good, like the best cards, and these cards we look at here are maybe not the best, but I enjoy it. All the kind of names they have and the arts that are also creative, so I enjoy it a lot. There's a lot of thought behind it. They feel like I need to be better at appreciating that, but that's why maybe these videos are good. Makes me appreciate it a bit more. But so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was great, and the videos or my plan for the series in the future are in the working. I recently got a book that I want to read, from. So maybe the next video or the video after that is gonna be a reading video. I hope you got relaxed by this video,